This thug walks over, flashes a mean smile, whirls around, and just clocks Kier with a club. And he passes then. The follow-up to Lovemore, who grabs the anvil, turns, and smashes Kier over the side of the head with it. Kier drops, and he turns over and gets himself ready for the reprisal with you, Mercy. He raises both of his hands. He could tell he's not going to be able to take another one of those.
Oh, God, I'm so sorry, Kier.
This random civilian runs over and just drop kicks this man.
Oh yeah, Rando.
She turns, looks back and forth, realizes she's out here in the baseball stadium, thinks she just bought insurance. She runs forward, drop kicks this guy, and he actually hits the dirt. She raises both of her arms in victory, and then we'll leave.
Yeah, get out of here. Go, thank you so much.
Damn, knows to quit when she's ahead, too. That's a smart baseball viewer.
Yeah! She got her story. As she runs back to the south, she starts to see the situation unfolding down here. A surprise ambush in the crowds. Gregor, you can tell as a bunch of thugs separate themselves from the crowd, they start to make their way forwards. You know such a thing. I'm like, this may miss. You know the generic, like, you're fighting a group of thugs in Yakuza, one makes his way forward, he like loosens his shoulder, the other guy cracks his knuckles. These thugs stumble their way in, and they all assume different postures to let you know that they are people to punch and not people to not punch.
Oh, that's very nice of them. Gregor has been surrounded this game before, twice in fact, and it doesn't always go so well. But he also knows someone who's been in this kind of situation a lot more than him, who's already taken his lumps. Thog. He needs to save Thog from going through it again. Gregor runs forward, not to escape the thugs, but to dig his glaive under Thog's shoe. And then
Holy shit.
wrench it against his own shoulder and fling Thog as far away as he can. Hopefully...
The stance of the flinging trebuchet.
Dude, if you can throw him at Lovemore and he could do do a flying people's elbows to get revenge.
This will be really good for me as a wrestling fan and a baseball fan.
He's back again!
I told you to leave! Come on!
I came back after that one guy did a drop kick.
Besides, I found a chair now, like sets up a stool and sits next to him.
Have you met my similarly voiced brother, the serial killer?
Brother, save me.
I will not. Wrestling baseball is on right now.
I love that it's on right now. Like he was walking by and what's going on? Oh gosh, I didn't know that was today.
Wrestling baseball's on.
Reminder, at midnight.
My brother's a serial killer. We're a weird family.
Thog, it's up to you now!
Huh? Excuse me? Boom! Thog flies like a missile through the air. He travels, wheeling end over end, screaming, flying over the invested baseball fan. All the crowd, the people that were hired to take him out specifically, all look up and over at him, slack-jawed, as he flies free. And in this moment, he looks down at the guy who definitely set up this ambush, just like he set up every previous ambush. For the guy who is, for the very first time, within range of his fists, he spears his way through the air.
That's a wrestling move.
And starts to see, in the past, when he came face to face with this man, he was ambushed in an alleyway. His team was taken from him. One by one, they were beaten down until nothing remained. But in this moment, he made a mistake. This entire game, what's different? It's the people alongside of him. It's a different secondary reality. You stepped out of the shadows, and you stepped up to the plate, jackass. He says, dropping on him. And in this moment, Mercy, you watch the man try to raise an arm to counteract Thog. Instead of using his legs as primary method of attack, it seems he uses his arms for defense. Thog's leg wheels through the air as his body enters almost a free spin. He raises one arm, and you just see Thog's shin impacted, and the arm just bend at a 90-degree angle. The damage from the anvil finally driven home. Thog whirls around, manages to grab the man by the upper body, drags him backwards, and just the sheer force of his body throws them both over together. They roll through the muck, Thog getting on top of him and punching him into the dirt, unconscious. He raises one hand, looks over to the right, and realizes exactly where you put him. He reaches one hand out,
Oh,
and
yes.
he picks up the baseball. The crowd going absolutely fucking wild.
That's Mayor BJ.
He did it. He really did.
We owe Gregor so much for this game, dude.
For real.
Whatever Gregor wants, he gets.
Gregor, you hit the ground surrounded by the audience. Every single one of the thugs closes in and starts stomping. It's not going great for you over there. Meanwhile, over at the pitcher's mound,
Oh.
Harlock, you do the math. Lovemore's down. Kieran and Gregor are also down. The number on both teams is dwindling rapidly, but it seems like their big boss just got taken out. Unfortunately, even beyond the big boss lies the eternal rival. She stands in your way, now comprising over 50% of the enemy team's firepower. You look to your right, Bonus Thug is on his last legs. Off in the distance, there's Marcus and some random guy who got dragged into all of this. All of this mess. It needs to be resolved soon. You look in front of you. The unknowable crackles still at the very top of his plinth. What do you do?
The worst thing capitalism ever done was convince us that the big boss was the most important person on the other team. I know better. She's going to look, ignoring any baseball at all. She's going to look to the announcer's booth at that wrestling baseball fan. She's going to run over to Zamboni and arm drag her towards the unknowable.
I see. We running off into the sunset together then?
Not yet.
It's so toxic what they have.
But it's so beautiful.
And then she hurls her head over toes.
This will deal significantly less damage to Sigma Zamboni, but you know that already. In order to slay a creature that comprehensible, you need an adequately powerful weapon, and the strongest
If I
weapon
wanted to
around.
kill her, I'd give her a glorious death. I'm not trying to kill her. I'm trying to crush that thing.
Her nuts will remain intact for today.
For today, you're using the strongest weapon on this battlefield, a weapon that you have forged yourself through friction and bloodshed. A blade forged of your baseball. You spin her, you swing her, you throw her, and she flies straight towards the unknowable, striking it, making it fall over and dunk, 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 land in the swamp. As she flew, turned and saw something standing on top of the tower. It stared back. Could that be a vision of death? A vision of the future? Harlock, what do you do next?
I am spent. However, I did intentionally knock that thing into away from the glowing spots on the map, so that it would be in the dark, so that my ex-wife, idiot, could have a chance.
Meanwhile, two people crawl their way towards the announcer's stand as two individuals chat lightly. They crawl up behind these crates and sort of put their backs to it, like waiting for an opportune moment to ambush. Look, I'm just saying, I'm reading the baseball rules as quickly as possible, and I'm just understanding a lot of the inherent beauty of the sport. Like, I think there's a lot of symbolic stuff. Why do you think it's like a diamond?
That's a good question.
I just find myself asking stuff
Maybe
like
because
that.
it's the most valuable jewel, just like baseball?
Oh my god, the most valuable sport. I'm starting to understand. I just think there's something here. Like, I know we got assigned to this job as a fluke because we're like the least competent of the guys, but like,
Yeah,
I
but
gotta say,
we're charismatic.
we're charismatic and we have an understanding of things even beyond the simple beating people to death with clubs. Isn't that right, third guy?
Yes. Also, a diamond is much like a ring, a squared circle in which people can wrestle.
And play
Hey,
baseball.
that's a great point, actually.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. I'm learning so much about wrestling and baseball.
Who would have thought that commentating could be such a fulfilling thing to do with your time?
Okay. And Ian turns over to Freya. I need to get back before my ex-wife does something insane and, like, sets me up for the perfect moment to bag that thing.
Idiot!
Okay, I'm killing him. She stands up from behind the curtain. Whoa, 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 whoa,
Wait,
whoa,
what?
whoa, 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 whoa. Hey, hold on.
It's us, your pals, Jeff,
Jeffman and
Jeff the
Charlemagne.
Jeff the Fur.
Yeah.
Charlemagne is me,
the third guy.
and
And
our
the
friend,
third guy, yeah,
and our
your
friend
favorite.
third guy.
Third guy.
He's the wrestling specialist who's
My
always
name
been
is
here.
Third Guy Langton.
You would kill us, would you?
This guy cracks me up.
Yeah. He's the one with real charisma. Anyway, you wouldn't kill us, right? We are baseball officials. Uh-huh.
Definitely.
You remember me, Charlemagne? I united most of Europe under my dynasty.
You know what? I kind of gotta go, so I'm gonna set this entire area on fire, and you can start running if you want to start running, or you can stand here. I got something to stuff in a sack.
If you set this on fire, it'll be just like an Inferno match.
You learn something new every day. You know, it's real swell of her to give us some warning before she actually does it.
That's really nice. Should we commentate our own demise?
I'd rather do nothing else.
I mean, I think we can at least do a little bit of it.
Okay. Well, going back live, it seems a giant. Yep, that's a giant fireball taking shape over top our announcer's stand,
and
Charlemagne.
it's looming. It's looming. It's getting bigger. Starting to sweat.
I have only lost Inferno matches.
A distant explosion can be heard. Marcus, it's your go.
Oh, can I try something? Can I look at the thug who is next to me and go, "Hey, I bet you can't throw this imp at that weird speaking beach ball."
He looks at you. Fuck you, I can't. Oh, it's squishy.
All right, bud, pop the beach ball.
He throws the imp through the air, and the unknowable turns back. No, I will not be defeated like this. Mace.
Oh, come on. Okay. Oh, look at this. Actually, look at all this work you've been doing.
There are turns.
Wow. You know, I can see through the past through the middle here. I do see everything. You might want to consider walls.
But you still went to that dead end. Haha, tricked you.
Well, yeah, I wanted to admire the ambiance and just the very nice amount of work
There
you
might have
clearly
been
put into
something
all
down
of
that
this.
last one.
I don't think there was. You've really made a lot of progress, though. I think you should be proud of yourself.
like
You're
it?
growing. I do. I like it a lot.
Okay, you may leave.
Thank you. I fucking love this thing.
You wink out of existence. You get the feeling if you'd spent any more time in there, anyone would have noticed, or you might have needed to spend a turn. But literally, it was the blink of an eye. You winked out and then back in. That maze was almost just a room that you walked through.
If he kept doing this like a dozen times, I might be in trouble.
Too bad
Eventually.
cereal boxes have crazier mazes.
The imp whirls its way through the air, flying at a high speed, and then it looks up and it thinks for a moment. Yeah, it makes perfect sense. Hold on, this is a new way that it could use its ability. The demon pulls itself backwards, Zamboni falling off of it to the side. Looking over at the unknowable, she recognizes the glint in its eye. Ah, The game's pushing you to evolve past your limits. Let's see if you can break out of that cage. He looks up and over, and he realizes, up to this point, they had been sending people away into the depths of mazes, trapping them for, well, an inconvenient amount of time, enough to get them disqualified from the game. But another way that the maze could be used, it can be used to cancel all momentum. After all, in a maze, you need to take turns. His eyes flare, and the imp, mid-projectile, blinks out of existence in the maze.
There's a third one.
The
Oh,
unknowable
Jesus.
made one tactical misconception. Spending the remainder of its energy on Marcus, sending him far, far away, the only maze that was possibly left available for him. The imp flies over the sign that says, "Please stop." Picking up
Kicks it over, keeps running.
more and more speed, flying through this place where gravity's suspended. The imp blinks back into existence, only building momentum before it flies and strikes the unknowable, doming it and its insignificant HP. The unknowable rolls across the ground. Seeing the true spirit of baseball for a moment, it knew how to evolve its powers. It just didn't have the strength to.
Or before it falls unconscious, the imp is going to take a protractor out, measure one of the angles on its shitty little cage, and then just go...
Very knowable. Sigma Zamboni looks down at it. Looks like this is as far as your baseball will carry you. She looks up at the sky again, and then over to the tower. Then you make eye contact with her as she recognizes what's about to happen, a contract in motion. With that being struck down, the game is done. And Harlock, you look over at Sigma Zamboni as she ascends to the heavens once again.
She reaches out to her like Riku in the Kingdom Hearts opening.
Oh my god!
Until we meet again.
She sees your hand reaching out, and she doesn't reach back. Instead, she turns her way, peering directly into the light. See it, Steel City.
She retracts her hand and puts it to her chest.
The only difference is that your Kingdom Hearts song is called Simpin' Mean.
She disappears into whatever dimension the greatest of baseball players are stored in at Ben's behest. In the background, a rabid creature leaps its way out of the swamp and then just throws this thing in a sack and disappears.
The imp scratches its head.
Maybe it was unknowable. Where did it go?
From the swamp, somebody runs in. Faria, he's gonna make his way all the way around the outside, actually. He's not interfering in that fucking game.
Be safe.
Reasonable, yeah.
The issue with the announcers has been resolved, and it seems like there's still some fights remaining, but...
Yes. This affair appears quite decided.
Thog stumbles his way out of the swamp, covered in Lovemore's blood. He is still doing... No, I don't know. I'm fine. None of this is mine.
Oh, yeah, no, you're good. You're doing great.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna go pick up Kier.
Yeah.
And Gregor. Oh, no.
I am going to give Kier 4 hit points, and I am going to sprint over to Gregor as fast as I can to give him more hit points.
You start running. You sprint into the distance, the sounds of battle. Harlock, the remaining unknowables descend on you, ready to turn this into the final last stand. Thog picks up the ball. He inhales. He exhales. His eyes open, freed of the shackles of his past. And he throws the ball. It streaks past all of you, a single glorious line towards home plate. It dances through the air, and it perfectly hits that guy on the ground whose nuts you obliterated.
In the other nut.
The announcers, who decided to bravely remain at their desk that continues to burn, and that is an out! The very first round is done, and burns!
Oh my god! That's baseball, folks!
That's a baseball, folks! The
I've been
unknowables!
here since the beginning, and I'm going down with the ship.
The unknowables have struck out! It's the end of that, so I guess our team's up next. But I don't think it's going to continue. I'm going to go hug my wife. Hops down, starts to scuttle away. Well, it's about time I start to hit the old dusty trail too.
Indeed. So the serial killer is like, gets reality looped back around with the penguin pocket dimension. A dusty trail indeed. But where it leads, I have perhaps exactly one use for you. Out of existence.
Does he get mazed? Does he get fucking mazed?
This baseball game crawled its way to a close. However, in the silence of a secluded corner of reality, a place where problems are sent, one being floats listlessly. After being stuffed in a sack, it decided to make one move, the only move it still had left available to it. It decided to maze itself. One last attempt to escape. It floats there now, aimlessly in the void, staring up and over, not knowing for the first time what it should do. After all, as one of the unknowables, not knowing should be its primary state of being, but now it finds itself. What is this? Its name, its identity shifting. Perhaps it has become more comprehensible. Now it is simply the one that does not understand. It floats through the void alongside its maze, not sure why this worked, not sure of anything anymore, as something moves up behind it. Hello, boss. Thought I'd find you in here. Yes, I am pondering. Yes, I have a lot to think about myself. Mostly related to the various actions we took during this game. Despite playing so dirty, it did not secure us victory. I do not know how they succeeded against us. I suppose they were the true unknowables all along. He sighs quietly, and then Harlock, you chased him here. Oh shit!
Thought you were gonna jump me.
No, wait, no!
I haven't even killed anybody this game.